Greetings and salutations, friendos. This is Laz. It's the Fright Club, your one-stop shop for all things horror. And so I'm doing this right now, a quick review, because I just saw Terrifier 3, and here are my thoughts. It's going to be a spoiler-free review, by the way, so don't worry about being spoiled. If you're going to go see it, but you want to get someone's opinion first. It happens. The movie itself is pretty good. Takes place, I want to say, about 5 years after part 2. And our leading lady, whose name I forget, Sienna, that's her name. She is having, she's suffering from PTSD. She's having hallucinations, and as is her brother. And she's now living with her aunt and uncle and cousin. Yes, that's what she would be. It's a lovely family. Like, they set up the point. They set it up where you don't want to see anything horrible happen to this family. And if you've seen the last two, you know something horrible is going to happen to this family. Art is back, clearly, but he's different. He's different from what he was in part 2. He doesn't seem as playful. Like, yes, he has some sequences where he is, but he's more vicious. He has more of a mean streak again. But the guy who plays him, David Thornton, perfect. Absolutely perfect. This movie also builds on the universe, as it were, or an art story. It builds upon it in this movie. Answers some questions, leaves more, stuff like that. But it's good stuff. It's really good stuff. Now, when it comes to the money shots for this movie, which would be the kills are good. The kills are pretty good. There's no like giant set piece like in part 1 and in part 2. But there's a whole lot of little ones. Especially how to put it. I'll say, if you're a gore hound, watch this movie. You will not be disappointed at all. It takes a little bit to go. Start a little bit. I mean, it's just a little bit. But once it starts, it starts. And also, fellow horror fans, keep your eye out for a lot of cameos. I won't spoil any. I can spoil one because it's in the commercial, but I'm not going to anyway. Not spoiler. This movie is cameo heavy, which I like. Now, once again, like with part 2, there are rumors or stories or whatever of people puking in the audience and then running out or fainting or whatever. And all I can think of, once again, is why? Like, this isn't... It's bloody as hell, don't get me wrong. This movie is bloody as hell. But it's not... I'm going to say the word realistic. And what I mean is, much like part 2, you could tell it's an effect. Like, and I'm not saying that to be mean or rude to the effect people, because I'm not. The effects are amazing. But at the same time, and I think it's because, and I really still think that it's because this is sort of an homage to 80s slasher movies. And in those, you can see where the zipper is, so to speak. So I still don't understand that. So I always say that has got to be like a rumor or something. But again, bloody as hell. Got some great kills. A very entertaining, interesting killer. Your victims and your heroes are also not entertaining, but likable, which is very rare for a slasher movie. Especially after part 2, where there was no likable person in part 2. Except for our heroine and her brother. But this one, everyone is likable. We don't want to see even this podcaster chick who's a little, not saying the word pushy towards Sienna. At the same time, like she wasn't. Yeah, she was a bit of a bitch, but she, doesn't deserve what happened to her. But that's me. And if you've seen this and you want, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. I would love to hear everyone's reactions to this movie and such, because I am not the biggest Terrifier fan in the world, but I don't hate it either. It's just one of the things where I was just not, all woohoo about. But again, if you want to tell me what's up and say, hey, this is why it's good, this is why I like it, and go for it. I'm not going to stop you. And until next time, kids, catch y'all on the flip side.